I have had a very, very interesting week. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Saturday. It's all culminated collectively into how I experienced today. A week ago, as just a little quick reminder, a week ago I was struggling to finish one of the hardest weeks I've had in a long, long time. Ultimately leading up to editing the Wordle video, which took forever to do and really left me exhausted when I had already been exhausted prior. When I went to bed that night that I did that video on Saturday, and I woke up Sunday, something shifted in my brain. For whatever reason, something in my brain was like, you need to take care of yourself. You are dealing with a lot of stuff. You've been sick, which is true because I've had, the stomach ulcer, and you need to try and focus on you. And Sunday was a good day for that because we relaxed that day. But it made me realize that, lately with how things have been, it has been really crazy, and I have not rested as much as I needed to rest. And I decided that what I was going to do was that for the next week, I guess, I didn't really plan a time frame, but it's been a week and I've done it for a week. For a week, I was just going to sleep when I was tired. And that is not generally how I do things. I prefer to get up in the morning and to, work through the day and then go to bed at night. But sometimes the sleep schedule gets a little off whack, and what I'll do is, even if I'm tired, I will continue to do what needs to be done. So for instance, I might get up in the morning and I'm a little groggy because I haven't had quite enough sleep, but I'll just push through the day. I decided last Sunday I wasn't going to do that. And, things were largely ready for the channels and stuff, and I was going to obviously continue to work, but if something didn't come out on time, the world wasn't going to end. I wasn't feeling super, super great, and I was just going to rest. And that's what I've done for a week. And I haven't talked about it, but that's how I've approached things. When I get up whenever. And there's been a few times I had to be up for certain things, but I'll get up and I might work for a little bit, and then I'm tired and I'm not fighting it. Usually in my day-to-day, I would fight it. I would say, okay, I'm tired. I need to do something to stay awake and get through this. No. For this week, if I was tired, I went straight to bed. It didn't matter what time it was. Didn't feel good, went to bed. I might set an alarm. I might not. I'm just going to sleep. And I got to tell you, after having done that for a week, and it ultimately leading up to today, where I woke up at 9 p.m., it's not my favorite way to live, but I think it was a way of releasing steam. I had talked about, it was Saturday night, so I got a chance to talk to folks tonight, and I talked to some of my friends, and Alex is the one who framed it like that after I explained to him how my week went. He said, oh, you needed to release steam. And I was like, maybe that's what it was. Things were so hectic and so busy for a lot of January, but especially last week, that my only response was to enter almost like a defensive mode of like, take care of yourself. And the best way I knew to take care of myself was to just sleep whenever you need it. Just get your sleep. So I did. And as a result, this week I've probably had more sleep than I've had in a long time. Albeit it's been under very strange conditions because the time that I wake up every day has changed. The time that I go to bed every day has changed. And, sometimes I would go in a whole day without napping. Other days I nap multiple times. It's been very strange. And there's been certain things I have to get up for because, Kepler's food is on a very specific schedule. And he gets fed by the feeder, but also I give him wet food. So, I have to be up for that. But sometimes I'd get up and I'd feed him and I'd get back to bed. So it's been strange. It's not something that everyone could do, obviously, because you have to, for one, you have to work from home, and then you have to have a flexible schedule in your job to do it. And it's not something I'd even necessarily recommend. This isn't a way I would want to live my life all the time. I really enjoy getting up in the mornings and being up in the mornings and having a normal day and going to bed at night. But as a way of releasing steam, as a way of releasing that pressure, I think it helped. I really do. And it's something that I'm going to try and remember in the future, that, you know, if I get to a point where I'm feeling, I guess it's burnout is what it is. There's too much going on at once, that is a way that I can try and relieve some of that pressure. And the cool thing about it is that I still worked plenty this week, but I got to do it on my own terms whenever I was up. And it certainly led to some weird meal times. Mao joined me more or less on this week's weird schedule. You know, it was a little strange, but we managed. We both still got stuff done. We don't like it. We want to get back to normal, but you know, it helped. And I got to tell you, I feel so much better than I did a week ago. I mean, part of that is just that there's been less to do, and that's nice. But part of it is definitely because I've gotten a lot of sleep. Weird sleep, but still sleep. Now, the problem is, like I said at the very beginning of this vlog, it has all culminated to today, where I woke up at 9 p.m. And that's not great, especially because as we go into next week, we've got, you know, some things to do and some things that are going to require us to be up at normal hours. But it's almost like it's continued to shift forward. So I think at this point, it'll probably continue to continue on its path until it like naturally resets. And, you know, after having gotten so much sleep, it's like I finally refilled sleep banks that have been out for a long time. You know, I'm feeling better, and I could probably more forcefully adjust my schedule if necessary. So yeah, that's what happened this week, and it's been a weird one. And we've had lunch really late, and we've had dinner really late, but I don't regret it, and it's definitely a little trick I'm going to keep in my back pocket, because usually what happens when I run into these sorts of issues and I'm like, oh, I need to fix my sleep schedule, is that I end up forcing myself to do it. And, you know, because of the job position I'm in, where I can do things whenever, I really should utilize that more, because it did help. Anyway, that's my story, and that's your vlog for today. Tomorrow is going to be interesting, because tomorrow we're taking a little trip. We're going down to Charleston. On Monday, I have a doctor's appointment, and it's in Charleston. So instead of just driving all the way there and doing the doctor's appointment and coming back, we're going down the day before so I can spend the night, and then it'll be easier to get to in the morning, and I don't have to try and factor that in. But we'll talk about that tomorrow. Let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?